Hello, future chemists. Welcome to an exciting journey into the world of chemical bonding. Today, we are unraveling the fascinating concept of resonance. Ever wondered why some molecules seem to have split bonds or extra stability? Resonance holds the key. We'll explore this crucial idea across 4 levels, from basic definitions to advanced quantum mechanical insights. Get ready to enhance your understanding of molecular structure and reactivity. Let's start simple. What is resonance, and why do we even need it? It's a fundamental concept that helps us understand the true nature of many molecules. Resonance is a theoretical concept used when a single Lewis structure can't fully describe a molecule's bonding. Imagine a molecule where electrons aren't fixed in one spot but are spread out or delocalized. To represent this, we draw multiple resonance structures or canonical forms. These are hypothetical, like snapshots. The real molecule is a resonance hybrid, an average of all these snapshots, and it's more stable than any single one. We use a double-headed arrow to show these interconverting forms. So, why is resonance needed? Because simple Lewis structures often fail to explain observed properties, like equal bond lengths when they should be different. Resonance structures only differ in electron placement, not atom positions. The resonance hybrid is the actual molecule gaining extra stability, which we call resonance energy. Take the carbonate ion, for instance. A single Lewis structure would show 1 double and 2 single CO bonds, but in reality, all 3 CO bonds are identical and intermediate in length, perfectly explained by its 3 resonance structures. Time to test your understanding of the basics. Pause the video and try to answer these 3 questions. Think about the fundamental definitions and representations we just discussed. Good luck! Now that we have the basics down, let's dive deeper into the mechanics and conditions that govern resonance and understand how it truly stabilizes molecules. At its core, resonance is about electron delocalization, the spreading of pi electrons and lone pairs over multiple atoms. This spreading acts like molecular glue, making the molecule significantly more stable. But not all molecules can resonate. It requires specific conditions, primarily a conjugated system, where you have alternating single and multiple bonds, or a lone pair or empty orbital adjacent to a pi bond. Crucially, all the atoms involved must be in the same plane for proper orbital overlap, allowing those electrons to move freely. When drawing resonance structures, remember crucial rules: atoms stay put, only electrons move. The total number of paired or unpaired electrons must remain constant. Stability is key. Structures where all atoms have complete octets are preferred. Less charge separation is better, and if charges exist, negative charges should be on more electronegative atoms. Finally, more covalent bonds usually mean a more stable structure. These rules help us identify the most important contributors to the resonance hybrid. Resonance energy is a powerful concept. It quantifies the extra stability a molecule gains due to electron delocalization. The larger the resonance energy, the more stable the molecule. Benzene is a classic example. Its 2 Kekulé resonance structures contribute to its extraordinary stability and uniform carbon-carbon bond lengths, which are neither pure single nor pure double. Another example is the allyl carbocation, where the positive charge is delocalized over 2 carbon atoms, making it much more stable than a simple primary carbocation. Let's challenge ourselves with some medium-level questions. These will require you to apply the rules for drawing resonance structures, understand the conditions for delocalization, and evaluate the stability of contributors. Take your time, draw them out, and explain your reasoning. Ready to elevate your understanding? In this hard section, we'll compare resonance with a related concept, explore its real-world applications, and connect it to the fascinating world of aromaticity. It's vital to distinguish resonance from tautomerism. Resonance involves only electron movement within a single molecule with fixed atomic positions. Tautomerism, however, involves the actual movement of atoms, typically a hydrogen atom, along with electrons, leading to the formation of different, interconverting structural isomers. Resonance explains enhanced acidity, like in carboxylic acids and phenols, by stabilizing their conjugate bases through electron delocalization. It also explains why bond lengths in molecules like benzene are intermediate, not purely single or double. Aromaticity is a special form of resonance stability. Cyclic, planar molecules with a continuous ring of delocalized pi electrons, following Huckel's rule of 4n plus 2 pi electrons, exhibit exceptional stability. Benzene is the prime example. This extensive delocalization is what makes aromatic compounds so stable and unique. Conversely, anti-aromatic compounds with 4n pi electrons are highly unstable, while non-aromatic molecules simply lack these specific characteristics. Not all resonance structures are created equal. The major contributor is the most stable one, best representing the actual molecule, while minor contributors add less but are still necessary for a complete picture. We use our stability rules to weigh their importance. Understanding resonance is crucial for predicting the behavior of complex organic molecules, from substituted benzenes to heterocyclic compounds like furan. Remember, resonance is a mental model, and the hybrid is the true, stable molecule, not a rapidly shifting equilibrium. Now, let's tackle some harder questions. These will test your ability to differentiate concepts, apply resonance to explain chemical properties like acidity, and connect it to advanced topics like aromaticity. Analyze carefully and justify your answers thoroughly. Welcome to the hardest level. Here, we'll delve into the quantum mechanical underpinnings of resonance, its role in biological systems, advanced effects, and its profound impact on reaction mechanisms. Prepare for a deep dive. While valence bond theory describes resonance as a blend of hypothetical structures, molecular orbital theory offers a more elegant explanation. It posits delocalized molecular orbitals spanning multiple atoms, where electrons reside, naturally accounting for the observed stability without needing multiple forms. This provides a more fundamental understanding. With resonance, we can calculate average bond orders, like in the formate ion, which helps precisely predict intermediate bond lengths, a direct consequence of electron sharing over multiple atoms. Resonance is critical in biology. The peptide bond in proteins has partial double bond character due to resonance, restricting rotation and dictating protein folding. DNA bases, with their extensive pi-electron delocalization, derive stability and planarity essential for genetic information storage. We also encounter hyperconjugation, a no-bond resonance involving sigma electrons, which, while distinct, often works alongside resonance to stabilize carbocations and alkenes, showcasing the intricate interplay of electron delocalization mechanisms. Steric inhibition of resonance, or SIR, is a fascinating effect where bulky groups prevent the planarity needed for effective orbital overlap, thereby reducing or eliminating resonance. This can profoundly alter a molecule's properties, for instance, increasing the basicity of an amine. In reaction mechanisms, resonance is a game changer. It stabilizes key intermediates like carbocations and carbanions, influencing reaction pathways and rates. Understanding resonance allows us to predict how and where reactions will occur, providing a powerful tool for organic synthesis. Beyond the basics, we encounter cross-conjugation, where not all conjugated systems interact simultaneously, and annulenes, whose aromaticity depends on planarity and Huckel's rule. Resonance in heterocyclic compounds like furan and pyrrole explains their unique reactivity, where heteroatoms actively participate in the delocalized pi system. While the inductive effect involves sigma bonds, resonance through pi bonds is often a more dominant force. Despite being a conceptual model, resonance theory remains an indispensable qualitative tool, bridging our understanding from simple Lewis structures to complex quantum phenomena, guiding us in predicting chemical behavior. All right, it's time for the ultimate challenge. These first 5 questions will push your understanding of resonance to its limits. Think deeply about the quantum mechanical aspects, biological significance, and the subtle differences between related concepts. Remember to justify your answers with clear explanations. And here are the final 5 questions to truly master resonance. These problems delve into advanced applications, comparisons, and the critical evaluation of the theory itself. Take your time, draw structures where necessary, and connect the concepts you've learned throughout this session. You've got this. And that brings us to the end of our in-depth exploration of resonance. We've journeyed from basic definitions to its quantum mechanical underpinnings, covering its vast applications and limitations. I hope this session has deepened your understanding and appreciation for this fundamental concept in chemistry. To continue your learning journey and explore more such topics, visit synapse.omaps.in. Don't forget to like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to our channel for more exciting educational content. Keep learning, keep growing.